Hi guys, and I'm Retro Critic here, and welcome back to another video. So today, I'm going to talk about another interesting video today. So today in this video, it's a video idea I'm going to come up with. I'm continuing one of my video ideas that I come up with. So this is a similar video. So this is a continuation of the last video. So this is a similar video of the previous video that I made. And it's where I talk about entertainment news and cinema and thoughts on directors, actors, and celebrities, actresses, and so on and so forth. You know, this is just where I talk about entertainment news and just my thoughts on cinema in general. But in this video, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on franchises and why I think a lot of franchises needs to die, many franchises needs to end. So that's the topic of this video, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So first off, let's talk about the Fast and the Furious franchise. Now, I like the first two Fast and the Furious movies. I don't like the third one. I fucking hate the fourth one. I like Fast 5. I like Fast and Furious 6. Fast and Furious 7 was okay. Fast and Furious 8 was just meh. Okay, just shit. Fast 9 is shit. Fast X was just crap, okay? And it's funny because they say that Fast X was going to be the last one. I'm like, oh, good, thank God. At least they come to their senses. But then all of a sudden they announced that, like, well, no, Fast X is the beginning of a new trilogy. I'm like, what the fuck? Who does that? Like, I've never seen somewhere where, like, okay, this is going to be the last movie, but this is also at the same time going to be the beginning of a new trilogy. Like, who the fuck talks like that? Who does that? Who comes up with this shit? I don't know what Hollywood is thinking these days, nowadays, okay? But that's just an excuse that they could not end and stop this franchise. The Fast and the Furious franchise is an example of fatigue. It's an example of why you need to stop. It has a lot of fatigue, and there's a lot of good reasons that it's okay to let things go and die. Let it die. You need to stop. It's okay to let things go. It's okay to, like, let things to die in the past, okay? Because Fast and Furious is just dating itself. It tries to be, like, superhero shit instead of just, like, a street road action movie. Like a street racing standoff. It's just superhero, explosions, superhero, show of cars. Like, what the fuck is this? Spies, gadgets, James Bond. Like, what the fuck is this? I like the first two. Third, fourth one are shit. Fast 5, Fast 6 are good. I like them. Fast 7 is okay. Fast 8's meh. Fast 9 is, I think, the worst movie in the whole franchise. Fast X just sucked, okay? All these movies, I'm done. I had enough of this shit. Street standoff to, like, a race standoff, racing kind of movie, racing of cars movies, driving your car to win the battle, to, like, win your freedom, to win the war, to win your game. I don't care. No, it then becomes a superhero series, like a superhero-esque movie series with spies, gadgets, explosions, over-the-top action. I love over-the-top action explosion, but not on this franchise. You can be over-the-top and, like, and have fun all you want. I love that shit. I don't mind that stuff, but in this franchise, it doesn't really work out. And in this franchise, I think it's bad at doing that. It's a piece of shit. I cannot stand this franchise, and I'm sorry, the fact that they say this is the last one, but it's really an excuse to create a new trilogy is stupid. Because when they say it's the last one, they know it's not the last one. And that's just their way of saying, no, we just want to find an excuse just to continue more movies. We just want to find a good excuse just to make more movies of these. Oh my fucking god, I had enough of this franchise. Fuck this franchise. You can tell they're desperate, they're running out of ideas. But look, I love, car chases, I love action, but that's better in other movies, not here. Okay? They try so hard with, like, being over the top. That does not work here. They try so hard to, like, be, like, cool and different. And it does not work out here at all whatsoever. It just sucked, okay? These movies are just... I'm done with these movies. It bothered me because I used to like these movies. These movies are shit. Look, and it's fair to say that the Fast and the Furious franchise ran its course. These movies sucked, and I've had enough of these movies. Now there's The Matrix. I mean, seriously, I had it with Matrix. Matrix is bullshit. I always loved the first 3 Matrix movies, and yes, I even like Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. I think Matrix Reloaded is a fun sequel, and Matrix Revolutions is an entertaining sequel. Really fun stuff. I think it's a good conclusion to the trilogy. I think the third Matrix movie is a good send-off to the series in general. Matrix Resurrection, okay, I'll admit, I like how they brought back Keanu Reeves, but the whole movie's shit, and the fact that they're not brought back Morpheus, the fact that they haven't brought back Lawrence Fishburne to play Morpheus again is stupid. Like, I heard that they didn't even attempt to ask Lawrence Fishburne back to play Morpheus again. That is just stupid. I mean, Morpheus feels out of character in the movie. Morpheus just feels weird in the movie. Not just because Lawrence Fishburne is not playing him. He just feels out of character in general. His character just sucked in the movie. He feels different. I mean, this is something that Morpheus would not do. The Morpheus character in this movie. The fact that they didn't even attempt to ask him to come back is ridiculous. I mean, Lawrence Fishburne was like they didn't even ask me, and that's just sad. It's just stupid. And I love Keanu Reeves. Okay, I always love Keanu Reeves, and you can tell he's being nice here, and you can tell he was being nice when he was offered to do, but this movie sucked. You can tell he was trying his best with the script. You know, it's not his fault. Look, I like how they brought back Keanu Reeves, but at the same time, I mean, it was not the actor's fault. He just had to, like, follow a shitty script. But listen, this movie sucked. This movie sucked. They have nothing better to do in these later Matrix movies, okay? It was just shit. This movie was shit, and you can just tell the Matrix just clearly ran its course back in the early 2000s, okay? And you can just tell the Matrix is clearly running out of ideas, and it's already a dead franchise, let's be honest. Now there's Indiana Jones. They don't get me started Indiana Jones. It sucked, okay? Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is actually really underrated, and I actually like it, but Dial of Destiny's a piece of fuck, and it needs to die. I always found Kingdom of the Crystal Skull to be really underrated. I know, shocker, I actually like that movie. I thought that movie had a better send-up. Dial of Destiny just is unnecessary, and it's just bullshit. It's an insult to the character, and you know it. Oh, God, it has Kathleen Kennedy all over it. Okay, annoying characters. It's a bullshit CG. It's a bullshit movie, Dial of Destiny. Now, and they say, well, you know, we want to make Dial of Destiny. We want to make one more Indiana Jones movie because we want to give a better send off than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Okay, first of all, we want to give Indiana Jones one more movie to have a better send off in the Dial of Destiny. Just one more shine light, one more good movie. And I get that, but let me just tell you something. First of all, look, no. In Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, he had a good send-off. I thought it was a great send-off in the ending of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. We got married in the wedding, and he put his indie hat on. Come on, that was great. But Dial of Destiny just exists just because. It has Kathleen Kennedy's writing all over it, Kathleen's wokeness all over it. It has Kathleen Kennedy's forced social justice warrior culture all over it. It has just Kathleen Kennedy bullshit all over it. It has Kathleen Kennedy's writing bullshit all over it. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is a movie that just exists. It's just there. It's unnecessary. It didn't need to be made. Now, Star Wars and Star Trek, that's another video for another day. Star Wars and Star Trek is a whole nother subject on its own. Because if I talk about Star Trek or Star Wars, that's a whole other video on its own. Okay, that's a complicated stuff. That's a massive tome to talk. That's another beast to talk about. But yes, I think there's a lot of Star Wars and Star Trek fatigue. But the problem's not fatigue, and I don't think Star Trek and Star Wars as a franchise needs to end. I just think they need to get better, or have better ownership, okay? And I think they definitely need to make better Star Wars movies and TV series, and have a better ownership. And Star Wars should be sold to a different owner, and be sold to somebody else besides Disney. Let me put it like that. Moving on from that. But then there's James Bond, and James Bond was around even before my parents was born, okay? And my parents and even my grandparents even like James Bond. They really like the James Bond movies. I like James Bond movies, okay, but I feel like Mission Impossible does it better. James Bond is trying to be relevant, trying to stay relevant. It's dated. Mission Impossible is a better franchise. Mission Impossible it's relevant and people love it. James Bond's dated. It tries so hard to be relevant, okay? I'm perfectly fine how it ended in No Time to Die. I'm perfectly fine how No Time to Die ended when they killed Bond, okay? I think James Bond ran its course a long time ago, and I hear they're trying to look for a new Bond actor. I don't care at this point. I think they need to stop making James Bond movies, okay? Simple as that, okay? I just had a James Bond, okay? And Mission Impossible is better because, for one, it has Tom Cruise, and two, Tom Cruise does his own stunts. That's kind of cool. Three, Mission Impossible is always relevant. That's what I love about that. And Mission Impossible is a cool franchise because it's very unique and it does something cool in each entry, and that's what I like about that. I'll go on and on. Okay, and then there's the John Wick movies. And listen, I like the John Wick movies. I like the first 3 John Wick movies, but when I saw John Wick 4, it was a disappointment. The ending sucked. I hate when they kill off John Wick, or they hinted at, or they imply they died. People debate whether he died or not. It's stupid. Not every ending needs to be ending. Why can't it just be a sad, happy ending? People want that, okay? I even like the first 3 John Wick movies. Well, the first 2 are my favorite. The third one's okay. The third one's alright, but the fourth one is disappointing. The fourth one is disappointing as hell. I hate the ending when they kill him off, or they make it seem like they kill him off. Yeah, they try to make it a downbeat ending. And here's the thing, folks: not every ending has to be a downbeat ending. And let me just tell you something: Or people debate whether he died. No, he died. He's in the grave. And people debate whether he died or not. And they want to make him a sequel. No, he died. He's in the grave. And that's why they sequel bait, or they hint at another movie. They sequel bait, and I hate that. They apply to another sequel. They want to surprise you in another sequel. I don't care at this point. They say they want to make a John Wick 5. Then what was the fucking point of this movie? Fuck. I had enough of movies. They're saying they're gonna make a John Wick 5, and I'm sitting here like, well, what the hell was the point of this movie? I had enough. I had it when they do. I mean, why can't they just give John Wick a happy ending? Why can't they give John Wick a satisfying story? A happy ending and a satisfying story. A lot of people actually want a satisfying ending, okay? Because people pay their money to see a real good happy ending, okay? I and many other people will go to the theater and pay a lot of good money to see a real satisfying ending and a good conclusion to the John Wick series, okay? But we didn't get that. And that's why I hate. And they sequel bait us. There was talks of the 5th one. Just make a good ending. I had enough of John Wick, okay? I'm done with movies. It's not that hard to, have John Wick kill everybody and win. It's not that hard to have John Wick kill all the bad guys and be victorious, okay? Done. Simple as that. But they can't do that. They want to make every ending downbeat. They want to make every ending be downbeat and edgy. Not every ending has to be edgy. Not every ending has to be downbeat. I fucking hate that. They're trying so hard to make miserable and no, it's a movie, okay? They're trying so hard to make every ending be realistic and miserable. No. First of all, the movie's fiction. You can do anything you want with it. And 2, not every ending has to be, sad. No, you can make a really just fun, entertaining, and just a satisfying, a nice conclusion to the character. You can make a fun and satisfying movie. A good ending, okay? It's not that hard to make a good ending of a great character, for fuck's sake. But that's my thoughts on that. I had enough of both. Not every ending has to be downbeat. I cannot take it. I cannot stand where directors try so hard to make every ending downbeat. I had enough of that bullshit. But look, I'm done with movies. I'm done with the John Wick franchise. And look, I am done with John Wick. I had it with John Wick. I am done with movies with that part, okay? That's all I gotta say about that. But now, then there's Terminator. Oh my god, they should have just stopped at Terminator 2. And at least Terminator Salvation, because I actually like Terminator Salvation. But no, they keep going. And James Cameron, you know how I feel about James Cameron. James Cameron announced he's making a Terminator 7, and he finished for Terminator 7. I'm sorry, but I'm not down for it. I had enough. Because when I look at Dark Fate and Genesis, you're clearly running out of ideas. You have nothing better to do. Dark Fate was a piece of shit. It kind of dumped on the second movie, and that was garbage. I had enough of Terminator. It's confusing. There's no real story. I had enough bullshit. I had it with James Cameron. I had it with everything. First, look, I like the first 2 Terminator movies. I find Terminator 3 a guilty pleasure. I like Terminator Salvation. That's it. The other 2 Terminators I hate. I hate the other 2 Terminator movies. I hate Genesis and Dark Fate. Genesis and Dark Fate are shit, and you know it. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger admits they're bad movies. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger admits, there's, bad writing in those recent Terminator movies. And that's saying something. That's saying a lot. And let me just tell you something. And I hate how, Genesis restarts everything, and Dark Fate, dumps on Terminator 2. Dark Fate shits on Terminator 2. I had enough of that bullshit. They should have stopped there at Terminator 2. Especially the director's cut of Terminator 2. I highly recommend watching the director's cut of Terminator 2. It's the real ending, not the theatrical cut. Even though the theatrical cut leaves open to a sequel, the director's cut is a definitive ending, let's be honest, to Terminator 2. And in Terminator Salvation, they should have stopped there at Terminator Salvation, because Terminator Salvation, I like Terminator Salvation, but it was a perfect ending of Salvation, and they should have done something more with Terminator Salvation. I always liked Terminator Salvation. I always felt they should have stopped it there. I always felt that they should have ended at Terminator Salvation. And I felt like they should have done more of Terminator Salvation. But that's a story for another day, and I'll go on about that. But here's the thing. But the other 2 Terminator movies sucked ass. Okay, they sucked ass. I had it with James Cameron as bullshit. I like how Arnold Schwarzenegger admits that Genesis and Dark Fate are bad. Even he admits that there's bad writing in those movies. And that's saying something. The fact that you have Arnold Schwarzenegger going out and saying, hey, Genesis and Dark Fate have bad writing in them, and they're pretty bad movies. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger saying that, and that's saying something. But moving on from that, but look, I heard that James Cameron announced that he finished the script for Terminator 7, and that he's going to be making a Terminator 7. I'm sorry, but no, fuck that shit. I don't want a Terminator 7. There doesn't need to be a Terminator 7. Fuck Terminator 7. There doesn't need any more Terminator movies, okay? I don't want a Terminator 7. I am not excited for Terminator 7. I don't think there needs to be a Terminator 7. I had enough. I mean, what else is there to tell? What are you going to do? It's a mess. You already created a mess. What else are you going to tell? What definitive story you want to tell? And that's my problem with that. And that's why I'm just done with Terminator. I'm sorry, but fuck Terminator. You guys know how I feel like James Cameron, but I had enough of James Cameron, okay? I had enough of Terminator. Terminator was once a great franchise. And the Terminator franchise is a good example where franchises needs to die. Okay, the Terminator franchise needs to be terminated. Simple as that. I had enough of this franchise and all these other... I had enough with the Terminator franchise and all these other franchises, especially Terminator. I had enough Terminator, and I especially had enough of the Terminator franchise, and I'm done with all these other franchises. So that's my thoughts on franchises, and that's my thoughts on why franchises needs to end and die. And I hope you like my video, and I hope you enjoy my video. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. And listen, and let me tell you something, guys, okay? It's over. It's done, okay? Stop making movies. Stop making movies. I'm... Just they gotta stop making movies. I have had it, okay? It's done. It's over. It's done. It's over. You gotta stop making... enough of these movies, okay? Stop making movies, okay? I just, like, I've had enough with these fucking movies, okay? Stop making movies. It's over. It's done, okay? It's over, folks. It's done. Enough. Enough bullshit. Enough bullshit tonight. I had it, and you know it. It's enough. Enough is enough, okay? Enough is enough, and you know it. It's over, it's over! It's over, folks! It's over, folks! It's over, okay? Enough is enough. I'm done. I'm having this bullshit, okay? Just Hollywood's dead, okay? Hollywood needs to stop. Cinema's dead, folks, whether you want to admit it or not, okay? I just had it with this shit. And look, Hollywood is dead. I think everybody can agree on that, okay? Hollywood is just non-existent right now. Let's be honest, guys, okay? Cinema's dead, folks, whether you like to admit it or not, okay? Cinema is dead. Okay, whether you like it or not, okay? But those are my thoughts on that, and that's pretty much all I gotta say. And wow, that's all I gotta say. Okay, got a little carried away there in that little mini rant, but those are my thoughts on that, and that was my little rant. Yeah, got a little carried with that rant. Yeah, whew, that was my rant right there, but, oh, yeah, so, well, I hope you liked it. So that was my thoughts on that. Yeah, I'm good now. I got a little carried away right there. But here's the thing. So, overall, guys, I'm Retro Critic, and I'm out. And I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you guys next time. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and I'll see you guys around, and peace out, and bye.